Back to the Silverman Show. My guest today is Maria Dimakas, an expert on condominium law. And if you have any problems regarding condominiums, call 416-872-1010 or 1-877-518-5151. We have the harmonized sales tax coming down the pike.
That's right.
And I know that in our building, it has become a small issue of contention, and that's, believe me, underestimating it.
You and for every other condo out there. Unfortunately, yes, condominium corporations, as well as other taxpayers as a whole, will be subject to the HST come July 1st, 2010. What does that mean for condos? Unfortunately, condos, perhaps unlike other taxpayers, are going to bear a pretty large brunt with the harmonized sales tax. Right now, for pretty well most of condo services and condo operations, PST is not payable on expenditures. With the harmonized sales tax, of course, the 8% PST will be tacked on to virtually, and I don't say virtually all, but almost all expenditures a condo is going to have to make, except for water and insurance fees. So necessarily your condominium fees will go up above and beyond just the normal annual inflationary increases.
Okay, just hold that thought because we have somebody here, Ali from Toronto, and it's lower maintenance fee for electric meters. Yes, I know. I've been that route. Okay.
Yeah, hello, how are you? Good morning.
Very fine.
Yeah, we have in our board of directors, they said they're going to put the condominiums in the mirror for electric. And when we actually challenged them and asked them to lower, they said $70 to lower the maintenance fee, and they refused it. And therefore, their elections is left 3 years.
Okay. When a condominium corporation submeters their building, you're passing on the cost of electricity consumption for the units onto the individual owner. So as an owner, you're going to be responsible for your consumption of the electricity for your own unit. And logically, one would assume that because you're no longer paying part of your common expenses for electricity usage, that your common expenses should be reduced accordingly. That's not always the case for a number of reasons. One, because there may just be fiscal issues that your board is dealing with that would require them to continue retaining the equivalent amount you'd be paying for your electricity consumption as part of your common expenses. In other cases, many boards usually take anywhere between 6 months and a year to really determine how much their common element consumption for electricity is, so that they can reduce their common element expenses accordingly. So it's not that it may never happen. That may never happen either, but in many cases, boards sometimes require a waiting period to see how much they can reduce their common expenses for electricity consumption.
Yeah, there's a certain logic in that because
Absolutely.
It's a whole new system. You come in with spot metering, and the boards really don't know how much is being used, for example, heat a pool or do the hallways and so on and so forth, as opposed to what they're consuming within the unit. And consequently, as you point out, it may not be possible to lower those maintenance fees. And in fact, if there's any extra, perhaps it stays on the maintenance fees for those special assessments.
For special assessments or topping off your reserve fund, or now with the HST coming in, use it, budget for the upcoming HST expenditures as well. Does it make sense to reduce it in most cases?